This winter storm in Canada is now a real danger, and I am not being dramatic when I say lives are at stake right now as I record this. 171 people are already dead from winter storms this season. 4,400 people were forced to evacuate their homes in Manitoba 2 months ago and still cannot return. A woman in Montreal died in her home during a power outage 3 weeks ago. And here is the kicker. The most dangerous 48 hours of this entire winter are about to begin. Ottawa is dropping to minus 21 degrees Celsius Sunday night. That is potentially the coldest late February temperature in over 20 years. Manitoba has a blizzard warning active right now, with near zero visibility and wind chills of minus 45, where frostbite happens in under 5 minutes. And meteorologists are using words like life-threatening and extremely dangerous to describe what is coming this weekend. Folks, this is not just another cold snap. This is a genuine threat to human life across multiple provinces. Drop a comment right now and tell me where you are watching from and what the conditions are like where you are, because I need to know how many of you are in the danger zone right now. Let me be absolutely clear about what makes this a real danger and not just inconvenient weather. 3 specific factors have aligned that create life-threatening conditions. Number 1. Wind chills. We are not talking minus 10 or minus 15. We are talking minus 40 to minus 50 in parts of Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and northern Ontario. At minus 45, exposed skin freezes in less than 5 minutes. You can get frostbite walking from your car to your front door. That is not an exaggeration. That is medical fact. Number 2. Infrastructure is failing while people need it most. Power grids under stress. Shelters at capacity. Roads closing. And number 3, this is not a one-day event. This pattern locks in through the weekend and continues into next week, with no relief until late March at the earliest, according to the Weather Network spring forecast published 3 days ago. Right now, Friday, February 28, 2026, here is what is actively dangerous at this moment. Manitoba blizzard warning for Lake Winnipegosis, Lake Winnipeg, and Lake Manitoba. This has been in effect since yesterday morning, and it is not ending. Near zero visibility means you cannot see the road in front of you. Multiple vehicles already stranded on highways. Trans-Canada highway sections closed. Schools shut down across southern Manitoba, including all Winnipeg schools earlier this week. And folks, here is what makes it deadly: the homeless population. Winnipeg has a Princess Street shelter designed for 400 people that is now serving 1,500 meals daily because it is over capacity. Siloam Mission put out desperate calls for warm clothing donations. When I tell you this is life and death, I mean outreach workers are literally finding people outside in minus 45 wind chills trying to survive. Northwestern Ontario's special weather statement issued at 3:35 this morning for Thunder Bay. Cold front moving through right now as I speak, with wind gusts of 70 to 80 kilometers per hour. Temperature dropping to minus 24 tonight with wind chill of minus 31. And here is the dangerous part. Snow squalls reducing visibility to near zero. If you get stuck on Highway 11, in these conditions help might not reach you for hours. The OPP already closed over 500 kilometers of northern highways earlier this month during another system. Communities were completely isolated. Emergency warming shelters had to be opened because people could not get home. Alberta just got hit yesterday with winds that reached 130 kilometers per hour in Lethbridge. Folks, that is Category 1 hurricane force in the middle of winter. Property damage reported. Power lines down. And here is what people do not understand. Those winds do not just knock things over. At 130 kilometers per hour, wind chill makes minus 10 feel like minus 35. You combine that with blowing snow, and you have zero visibility at hurricane force winds. That is how people die. Calgary police reported 190 collisions in a single day during a storm 2 weeks ago, with 24 involving injuries. When you cannot see and the wind is pushing your vehicle, that is when accidents turn fatal. If you are finding this information valuable and it is helping you understand the real danger, hit that like button and share this video with your family and friends right now. People need to know how serious this is, and your shares could genuinely save someone's life. Now, let me show you the forecast for the next 72 hours, because this is where the real danger intensifies. Tonight, Friday night, Manitoba continues under blizzard conditions. Wind chills -45 in the north, -35 in Winnipeg. Roads impassable. But folks, the danger moves east. Saturday looks deceptively calm in Ontario and Quebec. Montreal actually climbs to 8 degrees Saturday afternoon. Toronto reaches near freezing. People are going to go outside thinking, oh, it is nice out. That is the trap. Saturday night, everything changes. The Arctic front crashes through. Montreal drops from 8 degrees to -10 Saturday night with snow. Then Sunday night plunges to -19. Ottawa falls to -16 Saturday night, then -21 Sunday night. Toronto goes to -9 Saturday night, -5 Sunday, then -13 Monday night. But here is what makes Sunday night genuinely dangerous. The temperature crash is fast. Halifax goes from 2 degrees Sunday afternoon to -15 overnight. That is a 17-degree drop in hours. Pipes burst. Cars do not start. People caught outside unprepared. And folks, this is late February. People are not mentally prepared for -21 in Ottawa at the end of February. They think winter is almost over. Their guards are down. That is when people make fatal mistakes. The homeless crisis becomes a matter of life and death this weekend. Toronto shelter system already at capacity before this Arctic blast. Hamilton extended warming center hours, but there are not enough beds. Ottawa opened emergency spaces this week. Montreal facilities stressed after dealing with the substation failure that left 20,000 without power 3 weeks ago and killed that woman in Montreal West. When I see -19 forecast for Montreal Sunday night and I know the shelter system is strained, I worry about people dying. And here is the thing, folks. These are not statistics. These are real people. Families, veterans, people with mental health struggles who cannot get the help they need. And now, they face the coldest night of February, potentially in decades. Subscribe to this channel right now because I am tracking this dangerous pattern as it develops through March, and you need these updates to stay safe and protect your family. Let me give you province-by-province breakdown of the danger zones. British Columbia, you are actually okay for once. Vancouver sitting at 5 degrees with rain. But folks, do not get complacent. Interior passes getting 20 to 30 centimeters with 80 km/h gusts. If you are traveling through Coquihalla or Okanagan Connector this weekend, that is dangerous. And your snowpack is at 108% of normal, which means come April, when this melts, you face serious flood danger. Alberta, the immediate danger, is over from yesterday's 130 km/h winds, but the cold is coming. Edmonton saw thunder and lightning during snow squalls yesterday. Thunder and lightning, folks. In February. That is how unstable the atmosphere is. Calgary, cleaning up from wind damage. And more bitter cold arrives this weekend. If you have pipes that are not insulated, get that done today. Saskatchewan, you are in the danger zone right now. Blowing snow, wind chills -40. Highway conditions are terrible. The highway hotline got 2.5 million visits in 36 hours during the mid-February storm because people are desperate to know if roads are passable. 82 collision reports in one overnight period 2 weeks ago. One person died in a crash involving 3 semi-trucks at Broadview. Folks, when trucks are crashing in these conditions, passenger vehicles have no chance. Stay home. Manitoba I already covered, but I will say it again. Blizzard warning active. Near zero visibility. -45 wind chills. This is survival weather. If you do not need to go outside, do not. And check on your neighbors, especially elderly folks who might not have heat or supplies. Ontario, you have 24 hours before the danger begins. Right now, Toronto is -5 and manageable. But Sunday night, -13, with wind chills near -20. Thunder Bay, dropping to -24 tonight, with -31 wind chill. Folks, if you lose power tonight in Thunder Bay, that is life-threatening. Make sure you have backup heat. Kenora, Dryden, Fort Francis, all hitting -25 with -33 wind chills. Northern communities facing isolation if highways close. And here is what worries me. Highway 11 closed across 500 kilometers during the last major system. Emergency warming shelters had to be opened. If that happens again this weekend, with these temperatures, people could die waiting for help. Quebec, the danger hits Sunday night. Montreal -19. Ottawa -21. Folks, those are dangerous temperatures for a major city. The power grid is already stressed. The Hampstead substation failed 3 weeks ago, leaving 20,000 without power. One woman died. If another substation fails Sunday night, in -19-degree weather, that is a mass casualty event. Hydro-Quebec is asking people to conserve power. If you are in Montreal, turn your thermostat down a couple degrees during peak hours. It could prevent a grid failure. New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, you just got destroyed by Winter Storm Hernando earlier this week, and now the Arctic blast. Sunday, Nova Scotia saw 41 centimeters at Newcombville. Wind gusts of 160 kilometers per hour at Cape Breton. That is Category 2 hurricane force, folks. 4,400 homes lost power. Schools closed for days. People are exhausted. Their snow removal budgets are blown. Equipment is breaking down. And now Sunday night brings -15 to Halifax. If you still have not cleared your roof from Hernando, do it today, because more weight from ice buildup could cause a collapse. Prince Edward Island, same situation. 19 centimeters in Charlottetown from Hernando. Now the Arctic blast. Clear your driveways today while you can. Newfoundland folks, I do not even know what to say to you. 178.2 centimeters fell in February. That shattered the all-time monthly record. Your city received 376.4 centimeters total this winter, already exceeding the annual average, with weeks of winter left. Paradise got 150 centimeters in 1 week. The federal government gave you permission to dump snow in the Atlantic Ocean because you ran out of space. Recycling canceled for a week, and more systems are possible in early March. The danger is not just cold, it is structural. Roofs collapsing from snow weight. That has killed people in past winters. If you have not cleared your roof, hire someone today. It could save your life. Hit that subscribe button again because March brings more dangerous systems, and you need to stay informed to protect yourself and your family. Now let me explain why this is uniquely dangerous compared to other winter storms. First, the timing. Late February, people think winter is ending. Mental guards are down. People are not as careful. They go outside less prepared. That is when hypothermia happens. Second, the infrastructure is already stressed. This is not the first storm. This is storm after storm after storm since December. Power companies are exhausted. Plow operators working non-stop. Equipment breaking. Budgets blown. The system is brittle. One more hit could cause cascading failures. Third, the homeless population has been outside for months already. Frostbite from earlier cold snaps. Health deteriorating. They do not have the physical reserves to survive another -45 night. Fourth, the economic strain. People have been paying high heating bills all winter. Some folks are choosing between heat and food. When the coldest night of February comes, they might not turn the heat up enough to stay safe, trying to save money. And here is what keeps me up at night. The forecast shows this continues. The Weather Network Spring Outlook published Wednesday says spring will test your patience. Cold pattern persists through March into April. Pattern break not expected until late April. Folks, that is 2 more months. Ontario, facing sluggish, start to spring with warm weather, lacking commitment through March and well into April. Quebec winter finishing strong with colder than normal temps and potential 20 to 25 centimeter storms in March. Prairies, colder than normal, March to April, with above normal precipitation. We are not talking about one dangerous weekend. We are talking about 8 more weeks of dangerous conditions. The flood danger builds with every storm. British Columbia snowpack, 108%. Alberta Bow River Basin, 163% in some areas. Ontario conservation authorities issuing flood watches, warning significant flooding possible. One warm rainstorm, and we go from snow danger to flood danger. Folks in the Fraser Valley, remember 1948. In southern Manitoba, remember 1997. Spring flooding kills people, destroys homes. This much snow has to go somewhere, and when it melts fast, that somewhere is into your basement. Let me show you what happened in the United States, because this is not isolated to Canada. Winter Storm Fern, January 23rd, killed 171 people across North America. Most were Americans. 61 to 91 centimeters of snow. Wind gusts 158 kilometers per hour. 600,000 without power. Cleveland tied records from 1893 with 8 straight days below -8 Celsius. Folks, those records are from the 1800s. We are seeing conditions that have not happened in over a century. $4 billion in damages. American Airlines called it the most disruptive storm in their 100-year history. Winter Storm Hernando just hit the northeastern U.S. earlier this week before tracking to Canada. This is continental-scale danger. What do you do to stay safe? Number 1. Do not travel this weekend unless absolutely necessary. If you must travel, tell someone your route and check in when you arrive. Keep a winter survival kit in your car with blankets, food, water, flashlight, first aid. Number 2. Check on vulnerable neighbors, elderly folks living alone, people with health conditions. Knock on their door. Make sure they have heat and food. Number 3. Prepare for power outages. Have flashlights with fresh batteries, candles, and matches. A way to heat food without electricity. Charge all devices today. Have backup power banks. Number 4. Know the signs of hypothermia, shivering, confusion, slurred speech, drowsiness. If you see someone with these symptoms, call 911 immediately. Number 5. Dress in layers. If you must go outside, cover all exposed skin. Frostbite happens faster than you think, at -45. For the homeless population, if you see someone outside in these conditions, call emergency services. Give them your old winter coats. Donate to local shelters. Volunteer if you can. These organizations are overwhelmed and they need help. This weekend will determine if people live or die, and you can make a difference. And folks, I know that sounds dramatic, but it is true. Winnipeg outreach workers find people every winter who did not make it through the night. This weekend, with -45 wind chills, that number could be high if we do not help. The transportation danger is real. Over 6,000 flights disrupted since January, first affecting 560,000 passengers. Yesterday alone, 59 cancellations and 513 delays. Today, Friday, expect more as this system intensifies. If you have travel plans this weekend, check your flight status obsessively. Have a backup plan. Expect delays and cancellations. VIA rail fleet availability below 50%, with frozen doors and seized axles. Trains running late or not at all. If you are trying to get somewhere this weekend by rail, good luck. Roads are closing across multiple provinces. Manitoba Trans-Canada shut down multiple times this week. Ontario Highway 11 closed 500 kilometers during last system. Saskatchewan highways impassable in blowing snow. If you absolutely must drive, go slow. Triple your following distance. If you start to slide, do not panic, brake. If you get stuck, stay with your vehicle. Run the engine 10 minutes every hour for heat, but make sure exhaust pipe is clear of snow to prevent carbon monoxide poisoning. That has killed people. Water infrastructure is failing in this cold. Calgary dealt with catastrophic water main break December 30th, affecting 1.5 million people. Sarnia reported 22 water main breaks since January 1st. Folks, aging infrastructure cannot handle this cold. If you lose water pressure or water entirely, call it in immediately. And do not drink it until you get an all clear. Boil water advisories happen fast when mains break. The power grid is the biggest concern. Pimicikamak still recovering from December 28th failure that forced 4,400 to evacuate. 1,300 homes damaged, 44 million in repairs. Montreal substation failure killed 1 woman and left 20,000 without power. Nova Scotia, 4,400, out from Hernando. If the grid fails Sunday night in -21-degree Ottawa or -19 Montreal, we are looking at potential mass casualties. Conserve power, folks. Every little bit helps prevent overload. This is not a normal winter storm. This is a dangerous, life-threatening pattern that continues through March into April according to every forecast model. The homeless face survival conditions. Infrastructure is brittle and failing. People are exhausted. Resources are depleted. And the coldest night of late, February, is 36 hours away. Let me give you the specific timeline of danger so you know exactly when to be most careful. Tonight, Friday night, danger level moderate in Manitoba and Saskatchewan. High wind chills, but most people are home and prepared. Saturday, daytime danger level low for most provinces. Brief warm-up in eastern Canada. This is when you do your preparations. Get supplies. Check on neighbors. Fuel your vehicle. Saturday night danger level increases to high as Arctic front arrives. Temperatures crash fast. Roads become icy. Visibility drops. Sunday, daytime, danger level high, especially for anyone outside. -5 in Toronto. -15 in Halifax with wind chills much worse. Sunday night danger level extreme. This is the critical period. -21 Ottawa. -19 Montreal. -15 Halifax. This is when hypothermia and frostbite happen fastest. This is when power grids face maximum load. This is when the homeless are most at risk. Monday danger level remains high with bitter cold locked in. Tuesday slow, gradual improvement begins, but cold remains. And folks, here is what makes this particularly insidious. The danger does not end Tuesday. The Weather Network is saying late March to early April has highest potential for below normal temperatures in Ontario. Quebec expecting more 20 to 25 centimeter storms through March. The prairies facing colder than normal conditions that impact spring planting. This is not one dangerous weekend. This is the start of 8 more weeks of dangerous winter conditions when people think spring should be arriving. The mental health aspect is real. Seasonal depression peaks in late winter when people are desperate for spring. Adding record cold and ongoing storms on top of that creates a psychological crisis on top of the physical danger. If you are feeling hopeless or overwhelmed, reach out. Talk to someone. Call a crisis line. You are not alone, and this will end eventually, even though it does not feel that way right now. Your mental health is part of staying safe. For families with children, this creates unique dangers. Kids do not understand frostbite risk. They want to play in the snow. They do not dress warm enough. They stay out too long. Parents, you need to be vigilant this weekend. 30 minutes maximum outside in. -40 wind chills. Full face coverage. Check their hands and feet for numbness. White or grayish skin is frostbite. Get them inside immediately and warm gradually. Do not use hot water. Do not rub the area. Seek medical attention. For pet owners, your animals are at risk too. Dogs and cats can get frostbite on paws, ears, and tails. Limit outdoor time. Wipe paws when they come in to remove salt and ice. Provide extra bedding. Bring outdoor pets inside. Livestock owners have it worse. Cattle and horses need extra feed in extreme cold to maintain body heat. Water sources freeze. Barns need heating. Check on animals frequently. This cold can kill livestock fast. The economic danger extends beyond immediate storm costs. Farmers facing delayed spring planting from cold March and April means delayed harvests. Food prices rise. Supply chains already strained from Winter Storm Fern and Hernando now face weeks more disruption. Trucking companies cannot move goods on closed highways. Retailers running low on stock. The danger is not just physical. It is economic. It is food security. It is supply chain collapse. And all of that traces back to this dangerous extended winter pattern. Stay inside. Help your neighbors, especially vulnerable folks who might not have support systems. Prepare for power outages with backup heat and supplies. Avoid travel unless absolutely critical. Understand this is real danger, not media hype or exaggeration. 171 people are already dead this season from winter storms. 4,400 evacuated from Pimicikamak still cannot go home. A woman died in Montreal during a power outage. These are real casualties from this winter. Do not become the next statistic. Take this seriously. This weekend is critical. Your decisions in the next 72 hours could determine if you live or die. That is not dramatic. That is reality. Stay safe out there, folks. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Check on others. And understand, this dangerous pattern continues well into spring with no relief until late April at the earliest. Winter 2026 is testing Canada, and this weekend is the most dangerous test yet.